When we did one of our coaching calls, and I was definitely in that place of, kind of beating myself up and saying, oh, I've retreated and I've been, I had to do this. I haven't been paying attention to my business. I've been maintaining, but not growing. And you were nice enough to point out to me and say, I know you, Johanna. And I know that what you think me personally see as, going away, you have seen in coaching me that it's more of a me drawing back and getting ready to fling forward. And that you positioning it in that way resonated with me.
Welcome to the Badass Direct Sales Mastery Podcast with your direct sales dom, Jennie Bellinger. Badass Direct Sales Mastery is a podcast for rock star direct sales moms who are determined to make their business kick ass. Jennie will share her knowledge of effective sales and recruiting techniques, tips to get what you want from your business, and will interview direct sales professionals and leaders from various companies. The interviews will give insight to how these rock stars got to where they are and where they plan to grow in the future. And now, the direct sales dom, Jennie Bellinger.
Welcome back to Badass Direct Sales Mastery. I'm your host, Jennie Bellinger, the direct sales dom, helping you whip your business into shape. Now, as you can already tell, today's episode is a little bit different from the norm. Yes, I am interviewing, but I have two special guests. Both are clients who have been coaching with me for over a year or more. I can share with you the results that I get with and for my clients, or I can allow you to hear it straight from them. You just heard a snippet of my conversation with Johanna Secrest, and we will get to her full interview in just a moment. Next up is Cheryl Newman. Cheryl, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here.
Oh, I'm glad you're here because I have to say you are really and truly a treat to work with. I love working with you because you and I, when we have our coaching conversations, you go and you implement right away and you get results every time you do that. And I think it's phenomenal. But first, let's tell everybody a little bit about your business and what company you're with.
My business is Dog Heart Soul. I'm an exhibitor, authorized reseller for Dog is Good. It's a lifestyle brand of apparel and products for dog lovers and some cat things, more to come.
Good to know. Good to know. And I know that not only are you an exhibitor for them, meaning you go and do trade show events, selling these dog and animal themed apparel, tote bags, scrubs. Like you guys have so many cute products. I love them, by the way. And more cat products coming.
Yes.
But you're also through the course of the time that we've been working together. And how long have we been working together now?
It's been just few weeks, over a year now.
That's so awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. Happy anniversary.
So it's been so good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And so not only are you an exhibitor for them, but this past year, Dog is Good has launched a direct sales department, and you have become a brand ambassador for that department as well. So tell us a little bit about that.
Correct. They had so many people who wanted to be able to sell the products, but not have to carry inventory. And when COVID hit, it was a prime opportunity that they had time to develop this direct sales division. Mm-hmm. And there are people all over the country who've signed up to do this. So it's exciting. And as an exhibitor, I can go to a show, and if I don't have a size or something, or somebody has seen something else, I can order it right there through the direct sales site, and it can ship directly to them. So it works with, together really, really well.
Awesome.
And it's a source of income separately from my exhibitor.
Right. Because
program.
that online program allows you to sell 24/7, whereas your
Correct.
That
So
is
it's
so
exciting.
good. That is so good to know. And it's got to really make things a little bit easier for you to know that you've got a more consistent income rather than these, major influx of income. And then like, oh, well, there's nothing happening because, COVID, right?
Right.
Oh my
Exactly.
gosh. And so I'd like to know, why is it that you first decided to hire me?
When we first talked a year ago, I was just an exhibitor. The direct sales side was not out yet. And I knew you were a direct sales coach, but it was the way you had in just our 30 minutes or small session that we did initially to decide if I wanted to. You had so many good ideas just for me as an exhibitor and I love your thought process and the way you bring things up and your excitement that I just felt like, yep, this was going to work.
Oh,
It'd
that's
be
so
really
good.
beneficial. And then when the direct sales side came, it was perfect. So yeah, it's been good.
Awesome. And so what results have you gotten since we started working together?
Oh my gosh. I have so learned how to better network myself, how to better promote myself, tools to use that are time savers. So I have more time to work the business more.
Mm-hmm.
And you have such golden nuggets in our time in our meetings every other week that, even just a word that you come up with, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love that. Which, by the way, I have used in some Dog is Good, and everybody's gone crazy over some things you've said. I'm not relaying anything
Right.
in coaching.
No, that's
but
fine.
No, it's so many gems that you have to coaching and networking. It's been awesome. I think I've really increased my visibility out there.
And that's really the first step to really helping to build and grow your business is people have got to know that you're out there, right?
Right.
And one of the things that really showed me that you have gotten value from this is the fact that not only have you continued to coach, but you've also introduced me to the CEO of your company, and she's been on the podcast. She was on my summit, and now she and I are in the process of working out a deal to work together, which is amazing because it's going to be great for Dig Direct representatives as well. But you've also gotten me in front of other leaders in the company who've brought me in to help train their team and really help shift mindsets and have very specific things that they can do in order to increase their sponsoring, increase their sales, so that they can begin to grow a business that's going to pay them when they aren't working their own business, right? When they need to take some time off for family, friends, get paid in their sleep, all that fun stuff, right?
Very much so. Yes. Good. Yeah. A mindset. That is huge.
Oh, good.
Yes. Especially this last year during COVID, that was very helpful to have good mindset.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because when it can be very easy to get down given what's going on. And so when you've got someone super positive like me, working with you to help reframe, retrain your mind in such a way so that you're able to look for opportunity instead of looking for problems, it definitely changes how you approach your business. So the next question I have for you is, why do you continue to work with me? Because we've been working together for a year. Certainly you've learned everything you could possibly need. So why continue working with Jennie?
I don't think I have. I think there's a lot more gems you have to give yet. And it's that positivity and that upbeat, your demeanor, everything. I just, your summits are amazing. All your podcasts, the tools you have. So it's a complete package.
Oh, thank you very much. And just so everybody knows, My next summit is happening September 23rd, 24th, and 25th. So watch out because information's coming out very soon. And so the very last question I have for you then, Cheryl, is would you recommend that others look into the group coaching option that you've selected to participate in for this past year?
Absolutely. It's been so worth the money. The monthly fee you get so much more than that. Even just in the Facebook group, it's so active and you have so much that you put in there, and it's interactive. So I love that too. So yes, it's you'll get much more than what you pay in. It's well worth it.
Oh, I so appreciate that, Cheryl. Thank you so very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to share your experience with my listeners.
Thank you for having me. And yeah, everybody sign up.
So yeah, for those of you who are listening right now, you may have participated in the 4 keys to unlock your direct sales success webinar last week. And if you haven't yet signed up, Cheryl is one of the people in the group coaching program that you might be looking at. So please feel free. Her contact information is in the show notes, including the link. If you're a dog lover and you want to go check out some of the cute items that she has as well, you can go check that out in the show notes as well. Cheryl is a client in my large group coaching program. And at this time, I only have a few spots open. So if you want results like what Cheryl has gotten, go check out badassdirectsalesmastery.com/large group. The link is in the show notes. Next up is my interview with Johanna Secrest. I will allow her to introduce herself. Hey, so now I have with me Johanna. Johanna and I have been working together for a little bit. We'll have her share her side of this. Johanna, would you start out by letting everybody know a little bit about you? Feel free to share your company and all that information, who you're with.
Hi, everybody. My name's Johanna Secrest, and I'm calling in from San Diego, California. I actually come from a graphic design and branding background, but I had the luck of marrying someone who was in the military, which brought me to Illinois, which also brought me to meeting Jennie. And Jennie and I actually met in preschool. Actually, we were not preschool mates, but our kids were. And the company that I'm with is Neora. We have anti-aging and wellness products. And Jennie, when I first met Jennie, her daughter was in my son's preschool class. And I remember seeing her sometimes in her mom wear and sometimes rocking it in her red heels and lipsticks and powerhousing it through the preschool. So that is how I met Jennie and not who I am, but part of what I am and do.
Nice. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. It was really fun because it was very interesting because it was a different it was a mixed group of people who had their kids at that preschool. So it was really fun because sometimes I'd show up in my shorts and a t-shirt or yoga pants and a tank top. And other times I was in my dressed up because I literally had just come from a networking meeting or a coffee date with a potential client or a referral partner or something. So yeah, absolutely. And so can you share with the listener, how long have we been working together?
So Jennie and I have been working together 3.5, almost 4 years. And I've been with Neora for almost 5 years. And I don't remember how I found out that you were starting your coaching business.
I think it was through Facebook. I think I posted something about it and you were like, wait, what's that? Because I'm in network marketing. You're in network marketing. Let's talk.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure you're right. It was on Facebook. And the reason why I reached out to Jennie, well, one, I think a lot of people do this, is I know her, and I was curious and I wanted to support a friend and I wanted something different for me. And I wanted to hear what she was doing because I really feel that if you are open to hearing what other people are doing and how you can support them, it can be reciprocal. And I would say that's pretty much solid how I how I found out about Jennie. And then she told me more about her coaching, and she was just starting. And I'm like, let's do this. And it's been a fabulous journey.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. So in that time, what are some of the results you've gotten from, well, tell everybody, where were you when we started working together? Like, how long had you been in it? Like, do you remember how much you were making per month, or how many team members you had? Any of those important baseline information?
Yeah, sure. So when I started with Neura, I wasn't like the normal person who would start any networking business, meaning I didn't have someone ask me if I would be interested in starting the business. It was actually given to me as a gift. Both the product was given to me as a gift, and then my husband actually gave me the business box. So I didn't really go to start, earning product and extra income. And so when I reached out to Jennie, I think I was probably officially doing the business, like coming to grips with that. That's what I was going to do, probably about a year. And I was a mighty team of one cowering in a corner, meaning it was me, myself, and I. And maybe I had someone who, wanted the discount, but wasn't doing the business with the intention of making it a business. And when I started working with Jennie, I definitely didn't know how to reach out to people to help people see the benefit in the business. And I have a great support network in Neura, but I wanted something different for me. I wanted dedicated time for me. And I can get that from my upline, my mentors. But like I said, I'm always into the being reciprocal. If I can support another friend's business, I will. And if it happens that it will also benefit me, why not? I mean, it's a great thing to do. And so in answer to the question, what did I, if I went by the numbers, I really never paid attention to the numbers. And that shows you right there how I wasn't really in it in a business, because I wasn't paying attention to the numbers. And Jennie would ask me, so what would you like to earn? How much are you earning? I'm like, I have no effing clue. But I do know that I keep getting free product credit. And I know they keep saying my name during the team calls because I don't know, I'm doing something right, but I don't know. And I'm like, why does she think I know how much money I'm earning? Because I didn't at that point in time care. But I can say from now to then, Jennie has helped me build my team and filter through. But more important, I think one of our pivotal coaching calls was, you asked me, what was I looking for in a brand partner, and or a teammate, and to look for those characteristics. And that was huge. That was so huge. And that it's carried its legs across in my business of, what do I want out of this? And what am I looking for, so that I know the questions to ask. Remember, I look over there because I have my binder that has the questions and stuff.
No, absolutely. And so from that time, because I know, if you don't mind me sharing, when you first got started, when we started working together, you were only making a few $100s a month, if even, and
True.
plus free credit. I remember shortly after we started working together was when you got your very first team member, and you're like, okay, we're a team of two now. Or well, initially you said, I have a team of one. And I was like, no, honey, you're a team of two, because there's two of you. It's not a team if there's just one. Right.
True.
But through that, you've now expanded your team. You have a much larger team, and you've been going through the leadership learning now too. So it's been not just the personal growth, but the growth as a leader as well, and helping them go through that process. So why do you continue to work with me? Because most people would say, she got you more money and got you a team. Isn't that enough? So why keep coming back?
Well, I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I listen to a lot of self-development books. It's one of the key components in Neura. And one of the things is to know that you can't do it all on your own. And if you have something that's working, stick with it. And for me, I have worked with you, like we said, almost 3.5, 4 years. And I keep coming back because I always see value in working with you. Always. There's never a time that I do not see the value in working with you. And, there are times where I do coaching crazy, and then I pull back because I need to apply what I've learned. And then I go out and apply what I've learned. And then I'm like, okay, I need a little bit of perspective in coaching because I'm not quite sure what to do now that I've applied what we were talking about. And so I come back because if something is working, I'm not going to throw it out the door.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, I like working with you. I actually personally like seeing your business growth as well. It's very inspiring and fulfilling to me, both from having, these two female entrepreneurs who met in preschool and who are continually growing and pursuing and achieving more, with a good attitude. Yay.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what's so fun about this is watching how both of our businesses are growing and kind of mirroring each other as we've been doing this. Because when you and I first started working together, it was you and me, and I maybe had one or two other clients, and that was it. I was really literally just getting started when you and I started officially working together, not just friends, but actually choosing to go into a coaching collaboration together. So the last question I have for you then is, would you recommend that others look into a private coaching option with me specifically?
Of course, and absolutely. I've referred my teammates, because I think that's the other thing as a leader, to realize if you don't have all of the tools, part of leadership is saying, let me point you in the direction of someone who can get you there, versus saying, no, don't let your ego get in the way of someone else's growth. And that's why I always tell anybody who I have the luck of mentoring, that I always just say, here I am. And I do have limitations, but I also highly recommend that you invest the time in coaching, getting coaching from Jennie. I said, I work with her. I've also recommended sideline sisters of mine to do coaching with you, and anybody else. I would strongly recommend them specifically with you, because I've stuck with you. Like, I've seen other people, there's other coaches, but for me personally and business wise, and the growth that I've had and the great relationship that we maintain. And I know that you do that with other clients as well, because of the friends that I've referred to you or teammates. I know the ones who have worked with you have actually privately messaged me and said, thank you so much for introducing me to Jennie. I greatly appreciate it. And again, it's just the reciprocal thing of, who else can I help in some way, shape, and form? Because I'm a helper.
Right.
By all means, I'm going to do it. And I know that it helps you in the end too. Right.
Right.
Because I'm a
Exactly.
yellow.
Yeah. And it is the perfect win-win situation, right? When you can refer someone else who's seeing the success that you're experiencing and they go, I want that. How did you get that? Well, I believe it came from investing in my time in coaching with Jennie, right? That means something. And then when they choose to do that, it helps them build and grow. It helps me build and grow. And then now people are coming back and thanking you, which, for you as a yellow, that is the ultimate like rush and high of what I did to help someone else is appreciated and seen, and people are grateful for it. So it spurs you on to continue helping. So I really appreciate that. And thank you, Johanna, for sharing your experience with the podcast Badass Crew here. I really appreciate that.
You are very welcome. I'm glad. Thanks for asking me to share my experiences with you, because they've been nothing but positive.
Awesome. Now, this was not the end of the call. Johanna and I continued conversing and coaching, and she told me to start recording again because she had more to share with you. Listen carefully as she shares some major aha moments for her that happened because of her work with me.
When we did one of our coaching calls, I was definitely in that place of, kind of beating myself up and saying, oh, I've retreated and I've been, I had to do this. I haven't been paying attention to my business. I've been maintaining, but not growing. And you were nice enough to point out to me and say, I know you, Johanna. And I know that what you think me personally see as, going away, you have seen in coaching me that it's more of a me drawing back and getting ready to fling forward. And you positioning it in that way resonated with me, because I do not go away. I do draw back, but I never saw it as drawing back to get ready to fly forward.
Mm-hmm.
And that really helped me working on my mind shift in the business world, but in my business. And then also me personally, I've been thinking, what are the things that I need to do versus saying in my head, I'm frustrated with this and I'm frustrated with that, or I wish I was here and I wish I was there. I started thinking Napoleon Hill, what is it that I do want to do and what am I going to repeat in my head? I am ready and willing to try a gym versus I don't and I won't. Or, same thing. Instead of me saying I am Jennie Isms 227 fabulous plus more in Jennie Isms, I'm not shrinking away. I'm pulling back to spring forward. And so that helped me doing a coaching call with one of my team members because she was telling me a lot of things that I was doing my best to turn it into a coaching business call, not a personal therapy session.
Yes.
Because I don't have the energy for that. And that's
Right.
not what I'm paid to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's being one thing being a friend, but there's one thing where it's like, I have to reserve my energy as well.
Yeah.
And it was nice to have all these things that pop up and go, wait a minute, I didn't think about that. And I told her, and I said, you realize there was something I had told her about. She wanted to use a new program. And I said, the only way you're going to figure out how to use this program is to commit to a date, do it, use it. And I told her to invite current customers and some new customers and try using this program. And I said, listen, I didn't think about this stuff. I said, I got this information from Coach Jennie, who I invest in to help me build my business. And I said, lucky you that I invest in my business and I have a business coach because now I'm able to share that with you. So I said, I have to give credit where credit is due. So it's like a long, big circle, but there's a lot of things that I benefit from. And I initially think, gosh, that's an amazing idea. And I'm like, oh, wait, crap. I didn't think of that. That was Jennie.
Well, I thank you. I thank you for that. And I'm also super glad that those kinds of things are trickling out.
Yeah.
Right. Because that's really why I got into the coaching realm, why I'm not still actively doing my own direct sales business is because I want that trickle effect out. That's why I choose to work with people like you, moms who are team leaders, who are wanting to have an effect, not just on their own business, but have an effect on these other people who are joining their team.
Yeah.
Right. Because what you learn in coaching, I really hope that you are applying, and I know that you personally are, but I would hope that all my clients are applying to their relationship with their children. This better way of understanding who you are through doing, various assessments or whatever, or learning these communication styles or reframing situations the way that you have reframed with your children to say, hey, instead of focusing on what you don't want to do, let's focus on what you do want to do. What can you do? All of those things, that ripple effect of going out. Why I choose to work with moms is because when you help a mother, you're not just helping mom.
Yeah.
All moms will ripple out, and it will go out to her children. It will go out to her team members, to her significant other, to her parents, to her siblings, to her friends. All those things ripple out. And that's what I'm looking for, is to create these little droplets that then ripple out and ripple out and ripple out to other people.
Well, you're doing it. It was
Thank
really
you.
funny though, because honestly, when I did the coaching call with one of my team members, and I mean, I talked to my mentor too, my Neora mentor, because I do that too. And, I was telling her how it's hard sometimes when I want to be there for my team members because they're my friends.
Mm-hmm.
But I also, and in particular during this time of a pandemic, have limited resources that I can't be that for someone else.
Right.
And so she was telling me how to still listen, but bring it back to a business call, and then, and bring it business towards how can we move forward, and what can you do and apply that towards your business. But I literally, when she was talking to me about using this program, and I was like, well, you should do this and you should do that. I'm like, damn, why does that sound so familiar? I'm like, that's not, I'm like, no, that's not divine intervention. I'm like, it's Jennie intervention.
I love it.
So there you go. It was really good. It was really helpful because it was still a third party validation. I was telling her repeatedly that I invest in my business and I invest in having a business coach. And I told her, I said, there's a reason that I do that. And my hope is in saying that maybe it isn't so that she can call me, and it's more that she has worked with you before, that maybe it might resonate, hey, maybe I should do that too. But if it doesn't, how many times can I say that? Maybe 7th or 10th call, someone will get that idea that maybe they should invest outside of what they're accustomed to and be open to trying something different if they want something different.
Right. And that's exactly it. It's if you want something different out of your life, if you keep doing things and you're getting the same results, there's something else that needs to change. So it could be just adding that extra layer of support. And that extra layer of support could be me. As I mentioned earlier, I do have a few open spots in my small group coaching and large group coaching programs. I speak about them in the 4 Keys to Unlock Direct Sales Success webinar. So if you haven't yet watched the replay or signed up to get access, go to badassdirectsalesmastery.com/keys and sign up to have the replay link emailed to you. There are fast action bonuses offered, and those do expire at midnight, Tuesday, August 17th of 2021. Go click the link in the show notes, or hell, if you know that you want what both Cheryl and Johanna talked about, then just go straight to badassdirectsalesmastery.com/small group if you want more personalized attention. That link is in the show notes. Or if you want online coaching that better fits your budget, go to badassdirectsalesmastery.com/large group. Oh, that reminds me, someone asked if the coaching is in person or online. All my coaching is online. I have clients from New York to California, Canada to Florida, all so we can record the coaching for you to review later as needed. And now, stay tuned because there's another badass episode on its way.
Thanks for listening to the Badass Direct Sales Mastery Podcast with your direct sales dom, Jennie Bellinger. Why are you waiting to go to badassdirectsalesmastery.com? Don't make the dom get her whip. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to share it with another rock star that you know in direct sales after you subscribe to the podcast so you won't miss any future episodes. You can also check out the show notes for links and any contact information mentioned in today's episode. We'll see you next time.